and action. Hello everybody, welcome back to episode number 5. Right? Is it 5? Pretty sure it's 5. Yes, it's 5. I was gonna come up with a funny opening. I had one earlier, I should have wrote it down, and I didn't do it. So now I forgot, and I was sitting here with the thing recording for about 2 minutes, trying to remember what I was going to say. Also, if you hear a hum, I have my fan going. You know what? I'll turn it off. Hold on, hold the roll. Holding the roll, holding for sound, another costly sound delay, and action again. I hate to turn that fan off, it was so nice in here. Finally I got smart and I put my fan in the windowsill, and so it's sucking air from outside and blasting in nice, cool, crisp air in this hot California weather. But hey, 45 minutes without the fan, I think I'll survive. I survived on set all those days, huh? But yeah, since the last podcast time, the movie has wrapped. We're done. It was an awesome experience. I learned so much. So very grateful for the experience. I loved every second of it. Even though I wasn't getting paid, I could care less. It was my first Hollywood feature here, and I loved it. I loved every minute. I loved working with everybody, and I made so many friends. And I can't wait to work with them in the future on projects, our own projects, and just hang out with new, awesome people. I have nothing but good things to say about working on that film. It was truly amazing and wonderful. I'm sad to be done with it. But when one door closes, many more open. And so we're applying to, start applying to more PH gigs. And now that I have connections through this film, people will be sending me stuff. I've already gotten some prospective gigs that the producer has emailed me about, and obviously some other people about. So yeah, here we go. The ride is starting, people. The ride is starting, and I am strapping in real fucking tight, because it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, since the last podcast, I had a day off in between shooting days, so I started packing. I don't know if you can tell, but my shelf of books is now filled with boxes of books, and stuff is rearranged. Got my Star-Lord helmet right there. That's a new addition to this. I have the Star-Lord jacket in the closet. I was thinking about going as Star-Lord to Comic-Con this year. I don't cosplay at all. But I could. All I had enough money for right now was the jacket and the helmet. And I couldn't get into Comic-Con this year, which is bullshit. It was absolute bullshit. What was it? Oh, it must have been September, because I was still living at home with my parents. It was September, and I got the email because I'm a Comic-Con member. I've been going since 2007. San Diego Comic-Con, I've been going since 2007. Got the email that says if you want to get in this year, register for free registration. And then I did that. And then when the time came, I got up at 6 a.m. 6 in the gosh darn morning and waited in that internet lobby so that I could be put into the I don't know what it is. You wait in it's like an online waiting room, and then you're put into the place where you can buy it.
Damn it! I wasn't recording. I wasn't recording for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, maybe. So, the audio from the camera is what you heard. I apologize. I'm still very new at this. Very new at this still. But, I mean, you would think after 5 of these that I'd be somewhat proficient. But I guess not. I'm trying to get some better lighting on myself. There we go. So anyway, back to Comic-Con. I didn't make it to that waiting room. I waited for 2 or 3 hours in front of on the waiting room screen, and then after that it said, "We sold out." I don't understand it. I don't understand it. How you can, if you're a member, and then you put in whatever code they say, and then wait here, and then you'll get a ticket, and I didn't. I understand. I don't fucking get it. It drives me crazy because Comic-Con has become so overrun with Hollywood, and it's just so overrun with people from Hollywood and TV shows and movies and stuff like that, which is amazing. I'm not knocking it. I'm not, because it's amazing and it's bringing other fans. It's bringing more merchandising for these companies and these studios and whatever. It's doing a lot. But on the other hand, for people like me that are going for the comic books, the toys and the artists, things like that, it doesn't allow me to go, because now I can't go because people that are only interested in seeing like a 30-second clip of the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie or the new X-Men movie or the Aquaman movie or whatever, people are just going for that and that alone, which to me just sucks, because now I don't have an opportunity to go and see the things that I've been waiting all year to see. And because as much as I love movies, I could care less about trailers and little sneak peeks and panels and things. I can wait for that to come out on YouTube. I'm not going to meet any of those famous people there, and if I do, I'm not going to be able to talk to them. It'll be like a selfie, and they'll be like right over here, way back there, and it's going to be me trying to take a selfie with them, or something stupid like that. I don't know, but it's just annoying. So I don't know. I was talking with some people in the art department team on this movie, which the movie is called Baby Splitters, by the way. I'm not sure when it comes out. I will definitely let you know. It's a romantic comedy starring Danny Pudi. He is the guy from Community. I don't know the character name that he played, but he's really funny, and I'm so glad that I got to work with him. Everyone on that project was amazing. Just so nice. Everyone was so nice. There was not one mean person, which is crazy, because it's hard. I feel like it's hard to go to a job and there's just someone you don't like because they're an asshole. And granted, there were people that I didn't really care for, but no one was just flat out mean. And I think that's so rare. And I maybe it was just because this project was so small and everyone was just so friendly with each other that it was like that. But I really loved it. But I was talking to someone in the art department, and they were telling me, gave me a genuine way to get into Comic-Con from now on, and I'm gonna do it. But it's already too late. I mean, I could probably hit up one of my friends that go, that, you know, that only go for a day, but they have like the weekend badge. But I don't even have the money. I would spend it all. I'd spend all my money on comics and toys, and I'm moving, so probably shouldn't do that. Anyhow, back to that day. My day off, I was moving. I started packing. I have a bunch of boxes in that corner over here. Yeah, and I also saw a movie that day. I saw Three Identical Strangers. It was a ride. It was an emotional roller coaster. There was so much going on. I really liked it. The trailer made you think about it this way. The way they presented the story in the trailer made it seem like it was happy and just loving and all these like great emotions. But what they show you, what they leave out is like all of the movie, you know, obviously all of the movie, but they leave out this part, which is like the dark side of it. And I was expecting this because of the trailer, but when I watched it, it was just like every time something happened, you're like, what the fuck? Holy shit. That's crazy. And it was an incredible story. It was, I mean, heartbreaking just because of everything that happened, but I couldn't believe it. It is really, if it didn't happen and someone was just like told you, you would have think they were giving you a plot of a movie. It was that insane. But I recommend it to anybody. I don't know if it's one of those movies you have to go see in theaters, but it was really good. I have Movie Pass, so I just go and see any movie I can whenever I can, and I think that's the benefit to having Movie Pass, is that I can justify seeing a movie, because, you know, if I see 10 movies in a month, it's like, it's really, I'm paying $1 for a movie, so, you know, I justify it that way. Otherwise, I would have probably waited for it to come out on HBO or Netflix or whatever. But it was good. It was still really good. So definitely go see it. Yeah. I'm really bummed. So last week's podcast, I'm really bummed out how that turned out. I loved what I was talking about, but the quality of it, I'm not sure what happened. I don't know what happened. I filmed on my DSLR, and I'm doing it again. I'm going to try to fix it. And my mixer, I kind of messed with the settings, so the quality was really bad through my Zune recorder, and I had to pull from the camera audio, and I had to mess with the settings on that. And so it really wasn't the best. And then the video was it was lagging again. So I don't know what's happening. Like, ever since I started this podcast, have never had a video issue. Never had any issues syncing audio. Never had any problem with video lagging like this. So, and like the first episodes of the podcast, I filmed with my phone. So I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if it's when I compress and edit the podcast. I don't know if it has anything to do with that, because I put it through Audition and I export and bring it into Premiere. I don't know if it's the export settings through Premiere. I don't know. But this time I'm going to figure it out. And also, it's late. The episode is late. I'm bad. I'm bad at dates. I don't know. I think it was just because of this film. I would wake up at 6 every day, or 5:30 or 6, and then I would drive 40 minutes to Burbank, and then work for 16 hours, and then drive 30 minutes back. I would shower and eat, and then I would lay down in bed and pass out, and then do it again, which I'm not complaining about at all, because it's exactly what I wanna do. But I just didn't have the energy to do the podcast, and then I had that issue with the last week's, and by the time I would come home, it took a while to fix it. So these are all excuses, but one day I have it recorded, went to bed, and the next day I came home and fixed it, went to bed, and then the next day I posted it, so it was late. And then this one, it's Friday, I'm recording now. This one's gonna have to be short. I'm supposed to be somewhere in 30 minutes. I thought I had a lot more time. Damn, thought I had way more time. I think it's because I messed up. I was also testing the audio, because of last time, and then I don't know. These are all friggin' excuses. Just bloody excuses. I hate having excuses. But anyway, today, what did I do today? Oh, I slept in. Oh my god, I slept in. So good. I'm texting my buddies. Sorry, I'm being so rude. I'm meeting my two friends for dinner or whatever, I don't know. My two actor friends, Justin and Vin. Vinmo. His name is Vishnu, but we call him Vin. And me and Justin come up with different names for him that start with Vin or have a VI in the beginning. So he calls him Vinacious D. I came up with Vinmo. There's others I forget now, but he's in my phone as Venmo. So every time we come up with a new name, we just call him that for a bit. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna go to our local spot and hang out for a bit. But yeah, today I slept in. It was so good. It was so good. The only problem is I woke up sweating because it's really hot. I don't have air conditioning. I only have a fan. I have a fan the size of a bagel, which you guys know because I said so last couple weeks ago. And I do have another fan, but it's gross, and I don't know. But I'm using it. I need a new fan. It's just dusty. No matter how you clean it. Ugh. Yeah. And then I cleaned up, I started packing some more. Packed up a few boxes, got some more books in some boxes, packed up my closet, all the stuff that I'm not going to be needing for the next 2 weeks I just put in. So, yeah, like all my winter stuff I boxed up. And then I went to the gym, worked out for a bit, and that's been my day so far. It was good. It's good. And I updated my resume because got to start sending out to these productions. Got to get more jobs. Yeah. And I don't know if I touched on this last week, but while we were filming, the PAs had to do lockups. So it's when you're filming, you stand at certain points of the street, certain points of your location, and you're just there to basically, make sure that people aren't talking, people that aren't walking by because, they're not supposed to be in the shot or whatever. People aren't parking in front of the location, whatever it is. And because the director did such long takes, I'd be sitting there doing nothing. I didn't want to sit on my phone because I don't want, if someone walked out, I didn't want to look like I was doing absolutely nothing. I literally was on my feet all the time. I did not sit down. I don't know, I feel like sitting down on set makes you look lazy. So I didn't sit down once. Any day I was there, I did not sit down once except for lunch, or unless I was a stand-in and I had to be sitting. That was the only times I sat down. And so during lockups, I wrote a script. Well, not a full script, but I've been working on this horror feature film for almost 8 years, I would say. And I wrote on the backs of the sides. These are sides that you hang around, and if an actor needs them, or the director needs them, or anyone needs them, you just have them handy and you say, here you go. They also have the call sheet on front, so you could stay up to date with what was happening. If someone was like, hey, when are we doing it? So I don't know if you can see. It's the call sheet, and it would tell you the times that we were doing certain scenes. It would be have the location, and then here's the script, so you could follow along if you need to or whatever. But what I would do when I was doing lockups, I started writing my script, and I figured since I'm not getting paid, and I have so much free time during lockups, only during lockups, if we cut and they needed help, I put it back in my pocket and ran off and did what I needed to do. So I only wrote when it was appropriate. And so right there in that stack, I have over 30 sheets that I wrote the script on. And I haven't transferred it to the computer to actually see how many pages I actually have. So who actually knows how much I have there? But it's 30 like 6x10 size sheets. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the typewriter for this because I don't really know how it works. I really want to use it. I got it for writing scripts, just to be in the zone. When I'm on my computer, I always like trail off and just like surf the internet. So I'm always distracted by that. And I wanted a typewriter for a few reasons. I wanted it because that's it. You put the paper in, you type, and that's all you get. And also because it's cool, it's nostalgic. I don't know. I'm into that sort of thing. I still read books, like physical copies of books. I still buy physical copies of comics. Even though there's the Kindle and there's these apps. I know there's a Netflix type subscription program for comics where you could just pay monthly and you get unlimited comics. And I still buy DVDs. Almost a year ago, I bought a cassette player because I walked into in Glendale, California, I walked into a record shop and they had some bootleg Grateful Dead tapes that I bought, and I thought they were really cool, so I bought a cassette player to listen to those. So I'm really into like old stuff. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people now are into like old stuff, the vintage clothes shopping, whatever. But I just thought the typewriter would be cool to have. Let's see, we're almost 20 minutes, a little more than 20 minutes. Should probably go soon. Anyhow, but yeah, so I'll probably do a short film or something on the typewriter. I got to figure out, so when you write scripts, for those of you who do not know, there's like a formula that you follow. You start an inch in, and then on either side, and then there's the scene heading is always scene heading is a certain way, and then there's a certain spacing for indent, and then when you go into dialogue, it's usually centered, and then underneath that is where you start your characters. You do your character, that's usually centered, and under that you have your dialogue. And if you're doing sound effects, those are bold, usually. And then your cut twos, your fade outs, whatever. So you have all these different pieces to a script that is it all has a certain spot that it needs to be, and it's all precise. And so when you're on the computer, everything is just done for you. But what I have to figure out is how to use the ruler on the typewriter. There's two. There's one on the back where you feed the paper through. There's one on the back side, and then there's one on the front, so you can see it. But I need to since I've been using my computer to type scripts since I started writing, it's been doing it for me. So I need to figure out like actually the specific measurements, and then I'm gonna have to practice with that and whatever. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited to start using it. I tested it after I recorded the other day. I just tested it out. Just wanted to see what it was like. And it was a lot of fun. It's a very old typewriter, so the keys get jammed a little bit. But it's still cool. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't have any notes again. I didn't even think about it. All day I'm like, I have to do the podcast. Don't forget to do the podcast before you go out. And I didn't have any notes. I do have one, but I don't have time to talk about it. It's a really long topic. But I don't know. Been watching this Netflix series called The Toys That Made Us. It's an 8-part documentary series about toys that have come into existence, that have stayed in existence, and that are huge staples in lives, and that have formed and changed popular culture. So the first one was Star Wars. The second one was Barbie. The one I was watching last night was about He-Man, and there's a couple others. There's only one more out. I'm not sure if it's Lego or not, but there's only 4 out right now, and they're gonna release the other 4 whenever, I guess. But it's really cool. It's really interesting. I knew about Star Wars, like the Star Wars toy line, because I took a class in college called Spielberg Lucas. So that was cool. So I knew a bit about George Lucas and the toy company, but what I didn't know was the history of the toy company, and then how it got bought by Hasbro and all that stuff, which was really interesting. If you like toys, you like learning about where things came from and started, watch that. It was great. Yeah. Also, I didn't know the camera stopped recording, so sorry about that. Man, I suck. Oh, shit. What time is it? Yeah, it should probably go in 5. I said that 5 minutes ago. But this time I really should go in 5. I think, but by the time I'm done, I think I would have hit over 30 minutes. So that's good, right? I don't know. I've been keeping these around 45 minutes. I don't want to make you guys too bored. For the few of you that are listening, I don't want to make you guys bored of me. So I don't know. I'm trying to get some guests. I feel like it'd be cool to get some guests and just talk about movies and stuff. Definitely gonna wait till I'm out of this place because there's not a lot of room. I'm filming inside my bedroom, recording in my bedroom, so it's not ideal. When I move in with my friend Justin, he's got a really nice living room that with a big couch, so I'll be able to film there and record there, have some people there, and I think it'll be cool. I'm gonna have some actor friends. Maybe I'll ask one of my friends that has been in the business for a while. She's now a senior editor for movies, like a journalist or something like that. I don't know her exact title. I just know she kicks ass. Yeah, she's at Comic-Con right now doing interviews and panels, and I'm really jealous. But yeah, she's one of my favorite people in the whole world. She's just really funny, and she's a great mentor. She's the one that got me this PA gig, so I have to thank her for that. Yeah, so I'm thinking about guests and stuff, which is hopefully be really cool. I gotta figure it out. Gotta figure out like if I'm gonna interview them or if we're just gonna sit and talk about a topic. If it's gonna be movies, if it's gonna be life, whatever. This podcast is whatever. It takes the form of the day that it's being recorded on, and I like it. But maybe we need some more structure. I'm not sure. But yeah. Well, I'm trailing off here. I don't really know. Don't really know what to talk about. Well, I hope this one's not boring. I hope I get the I hope the recording's good, the video recording's good. If it's not, I sincerely apologize. I will do my best to fix it again if it's not fixed. But I love you guys. I thank you for listening. I really do. For those that are, I really appreciate you listening. Make sure you check out my Instagram at Harrison Burger, my Twitter at Harrison C Burger. Follow me on YouTube. You can see my drawing videos. That is Harrison Burger. And subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to the podcast YouTube channel. Check the podcast out on Chatterbox, Anchor, Google Play. Pretty much wherever you can find podcast. I post it. I use a service that posts to like 7 different places. So wherever you listen, let me know. But definitely check it out on iTunes, because that's where it really lives. It's also on SoundCloud. Yeah. So keep it real, guys. Keep it real. Oh, I remember what I was gonna start. I remember what I was gonna start the podcast with. It was stupid. Maybe I'll save it. Should I save it? Yeah, I'll save it. Alright, guys. Well, it's been fun. It's been real. And, yeah, I'll see you later. Have a great day. And, yeah. Yeah. This is how you know I'm running out of things to say and talk about. Alright, guys. Well, honestly, thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate you. And I will see you next week. Cut.